are prepared for this one, and begin as soon as Obi-Wan is ready.
And we're Obi-Wan Kenobi again, first time since level 5. And here we all are, the crew, ready to begin the penultimate level of the Phantom Menace game.
This is a great test for you. You must lead the way.
So we can grab another light repeating blaster here, and then we can talk to all of the characters one last time.
Ready when you are. We must capture the Viceroy in the palace, or all is lost.
Yeah, our plan's sound.
Our plan is sound. Let us hope that nothing interferes with our mission.
With your aid, we will succeed. I'm certain.
Keep your heads down. Those droids will show no mercy.
Not quite sure why...
And begin as soon as Obi-Wan is ready.
Okay, Kragar. I'm not quite sure why Obi-Wan is leading this part of the level, but whatever. Naka?
First, we should secure the hangar. Once we've accomplished this objective, we can storm the palace and capture the Viceroy.
I agree.
Let's move out.
I'm right behind you.
This is a great test for you. You must lead the way.
So before I proceed, I'm going to save. Let's move on then. And this is where the game is going to get just a tiny bit more interesting.
The Sith warrior. This is most unexpected.
Prepare to begin. Miss Jedi.
Padme, Panaka, keep going. We'll deal with this matter.
As you can see, we are now Padme Amidala. We are the Queen. We are the whingiest person in history. But what the last two levels of the game will do is switch perspectives from Obi-Wan Kenobi to the Queen and vice versa. And it's these two levels are the only times in the game this will happen. Our soldiers have died apparently. Oh wow, they were terrible. So yeah, Padme's starting weapon is this little droid stunner, which is really pathetic. Where did you come from? That's weird. I swear that droid just spawned out of nowhere. Now the problem with the droid stunner is it takes a long time for it to do any effective damage to battle droids, and sometimes it only stuns them, other times it will kill them outright, and yeah, I don't know, I just find it a little bit inconsistent. See, this battle droid is still alive somehow, so let's just keep firing at him until it dies. Are you gonna die? Please die. Oh, whatever. Let's move on. And as you can see, this is a remake, or well, not a remake as such. This is a sequel to the Escape from Feed level. It's set in the exact same location, but we're playing it in reverse. As George Lucas would say, it mirrors, it rhymes. You know, that phrase he was known for saying at one stage during the prequel trilogy.
You've returned!
Thank you, but my time is short. We're trying to reach the palace.
Well, many of the droids have left the city to fight the Gungans, but the palace is still heavily guarded.
And interestingly, you never get to actually partake in the Gungan battle droid fight. It's quite sad, actually. I think if the developers had worked on this a bit more, if they'd had more time, maybe we could have had a level playing as Jar Jar Binks, potentially, or one of the other Gungans. I'm thinking Captain Tarpals, if that's his name, which I think was the intention. And we could have had some vehicle-based levels as well, but anyway.
If I can reach the palace, I might be able to...
There are a few useful items in the next building. I'll unlock the door for you.
Right, so we've got an actual weapon now, and we've got the little floaty droid back again, so let's move on. And Panaka, when he's being controlled by the AI, he's okay, he actually contributes to the battles somewhat, but if he gets hit too many times, he kneels down on the floor like the Queen does, or like Jar Jar does, and it's really annoying considering that he was pretty badass when I played as him. But anyway,
All seems too quiet here.
And here you can actually give him battle tactics, which I actually quite like.
Cover me while I scout ahead.
And you can do that a few times in the level. So thermal detonator, that'll be useful. Thank you, little droid. I'm going to swap weapons because I don't like the droid stunner particularly. Grab some health. Is there anything up here? There is. Flash grenades. Right, so I think we need to move on. Oh my god, there's loads of them. And we got destroyer droids behind us, so I'd rather face loads of battle droids than face destroyer droids, so let's do that. Oh no, the finest fishing rig in Naboo is sunk. Oh, that's really sad. Okay, so... Oh, and he's died as well. Oh man, I'm sorry. Proton missile launcher, that will be useful later. Okay, what I usually do here is I usually send Panaka to go forward at this bit. And I agree, so...
I'll cover you. Be careful.
See what I mean? He gets attacked once or twice and he kneels down, which is silly. And what you want to do here is use this, because you'd be a fool not to. Particularly when destroyer droids are approaching. Oh, there's two. This is a bit scary, come on. I can't remember if anybody else shows up now. I think that's everyone, so let's move on. Take it slow. Oh, there's more. Right, run. Use this against them, hopefully. Oh, sorry, Panaka, I didn't mean to shoot you. There we go.
I hope the Jedi
When Panaka says that line, that's normally the cue for you to switch perspective. But first, let's grab you and grab you. We're not going to come back here. And as we approach Panaka, level transitions, and we're Obi-Wan again. And we just trolled Darth Maul there. As you can see, this is actually quite a difficult fight. I've already lost loads of health against Maul, which isn't helpful. Didn't intend to lose this much health. Oh god, come on. I need... Oh, thank you. Right, pick that up. Force push doesn't do much against him unless he's standing by explosives. That wasn't an explosive, but whatever. I'm not sure if it did any damage to him, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, once he's down to half health, he runs off. Grab the small health. Oh, we got 69 health points. Kinky. And the sound has glitched. Give me a second. And once that first fight is done, we can move on.
It looks clear.
I'll cover you, but be careful.
I'm with you. Be careful and don't stay out in the open. Fire.
Okay, destroy droids are dangerous, Brad. Fortunately, we've got a better gun to deal with the situation. Okay, is that woman in her house still? No, apparently not. Can we jump over here? Okay. How can the Kree, who isn't a Jedi, make that jump, but Obi-Wan can't? That's really bizarre. I think the sound's glitched up again. That's better. I can't believe the sound glitches up this much. I don't know if it's my disc or if it's compatibility related or what, but it's really irritating. It doesn't happen this much on the PlayStation version. And we're hopefully going to get one of those shortly, if I remember where it is. Panaka looks like he's in a talking mood. Right, so you don't really want to rush them, so just follow me. How many are there actually? Ah, it's the same as before, let's not bother. I mean, you can if you want, but it's pretty pointless. How did that not kill you? Die. Do you have anything to say, Panaka, up here? But there's full health, and full health is always good. Let's not bother shooting them. Run here. Shoot these guys though, who are tanking way too many hits. Not quite sure why. Considering I'm using a really good gun against them. Ah, here's someone we want to speak to.
Your Highness.
Security gate is locked. Can you open it?
The gate's power source must be destroyed. The generator is in the machinery room, but the door is locked.
You can open the door to the machinery room.
Talk to that droid. He can help. Talk to that droid. He can help.
So, there's one interesting thing about this guy. That's the thing, yes. That red passkey, you can only get, from what I can recall, if you kill this guy. It's actually quite dark-sided. To get the red passkey, you have to kill this guy, and then you go back. And it's basically a second way of getting inside this building. But talking to the droid just saves a bit more time, so let's talk to him.
Security gate is locked. Can you open it?
It's weird how, you know, Padme asks the droid to open the security gate, but it doesn't. It just opens the building to destroy the security gate. So let's pick you up, shoot you, and let's move on. Panaka's gonna be all badass. Right, so here we have multiple ways of getting past this bit. You can either destroy it yourself, or you can get Panaka to deal with it. Either way, you have to get past it, otherwise you can't move on. So let's see if there's anything around here that will be useful. That guy we rescued on level 5 should hopefully not be in his cell still. Ah, here he is. Oh man, you are so good. Right, I'm taking all of these. He wasn't lying when he said he was getting, he was fighting the Trade Federation. So I apologise if you couldn't hear that dialogue very well. Basically, there is something quite funky with this game in the sense that when you modify the options, dialogue doesn't exist under its own sound setting. It seems to be linked to a sound effects, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. So unfortunately, sometimes the dialogue gets hard to hear because of it being linked to the sound effect, and because the sound effects are so loud, even when you turn them down, it makes it hard to hear dialogue occasionally. So in here there's more full health that we don't need yet. Let's see if there's anything else we... Oh, battle droids again. I'm surprised at how long it takes to kill battle droids with this gun. It seems ridiculous. I don't know if the Queen's just weak or what. I'm not sure. Maybe the developers deliberately made the Queen weaker to make the last two levels more challenging. I don't know. But it's annoying. So there's nothing in here now. Oh, and if you jump into this, you get dismembered, so don't do that. Can I get up there? Yes, I can. Oh, that was cool. I kind of glitched through. So shoot this battle droid. There we go. I'm running pretty low on ammo. I might switch to another gun for a bit. But Padme is very similar to the Queen because, if you run out of ammo in all your guns, you still have a droid stunner at the end of the day. Even though the droid stunner sucks. It's basically the worst weapon in the game, from what I remember. And I rarely use it. So let's talk to Panaka.
They've set up a field generator. We won't be able to get past.
And it's up to you what you select here. You can either do it yourself or you can get him to do it. I'm going to get Panaka to do it. Because he can't mess this up, surely. Although, apparently, the AI does sometimes mess up.
Captain, only a soldier with your skills can possibly take out that general. I'm counting on you to find a way to stop it.
Ready when you are.
Panaka, you idiot.
We'll remain by your side, Your Highness.
What are you doing? So you've hurt us twice in the process, and you cowered at your own thermal detonator. That's actually slightly hilarious. Oh wow. I forgot about this bit. Loads of evil astromech droids. Kill them. Kill them. So Panaka's going to run ahead. Let's explore a little bit first. More full health. Is there anything in here now? No. So this building is pointless now. It is interesting seeing the differences between the two levels, but as I said on level 5, if you don't do certain things like rescue the prisoner or rescue that kid, then it does affect this level a bit more negatively. How did that soldier die? Oh, whatever. Sounds like a plan. What's in here then? Oh good, okay, I was a bit concerned that I wasn't going to get anything from that, but her son just isn't rendered in this level for whatever reason, even if you save him. So we've got loads of bullets for this again, which is good. Thank you very much. So let's run on ahead. More full health, a little bit pointless, but okay. Don't drop down here because the balcony no longer exists. Panaka's still whittling on about taking the palace back, so let's join him. Ooh, what's going on here? I'm not quite sure if the textures are deliberately misaligned or if it's meant to be damaged. I don't know, but never noticed that before. There's the oh, we can still pull it and push it apparently. That's cool. So nothing particularly different about this area, apart from the fact there's a battle droid standing right by me. And let's just double check if there's anything else. Any secrets? Any weapons that are hidden anywhere? If I could jump back through, that'd be nice. There we go. Okay. Nope, nothing else here. So let's just talk to Panaka and then we can go back to playing as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Here we go. Oh, come on, I need health. Okay, Darth Maul's gonna run off now. So you basically just have to follow him. These things don't hurt you in any way, so don't worry about that. And here you basically have to go forward, fall down, and then you and Qui-Gon get separated again, like old times. Walk through this door, and the level's complete.